3, 2, 1. Hello, welcome back. Happy 4th of July. I'm glad to see everybody had a happy holiday. Back again with Tony to hear again talk about America. What else could we talk about on today but America? So, man, I just need to know, in your eyes, man, what do you find great about this country? Because it's a great country. Can't say it's not a good country. So what do you think is great about the country?
As many complaints I have about the country, I would say the one thing I do find great is that if you have the drive to do it, something like this, what we're doing right now with the YouTube channel, is something you can make happen on your own. Yeah. Even if we have a lot of freedom to do stuff like that. We have freedom of speech where we can make videos like this and say what we want to say, and it's not like in Russia where someone's gonna kick down the door and shoot me in the back of my head. So that's something I'm really happy with. I can make a name for myself and spew all the bullshit I want to spew without worrying for my life.
Oh my God!
So you have that at least.
It just remind me. I know you remember that Trip Tank video with the Chinese guy searching for the American bride. Oh my God! He's looking at this one chick and she's protesting all hard, and they got all these fat cops like, "Come on, calm down now, lady."
All right.
And the Chinese dude looks back outside from his computer, and it's just two little Chinese dude protest guys get ran over by a tank.
Mauled by tanks.
Just getting smashed. It was so
and that's
bad.
A real thing. As much as I buck and fight it, our freedom of speech really does extend far past a lot of other countries.
So great.
There's a lot of stuff we can say you can never say. My opinions about the president, about whoever. There's countries where you so much just think that out loud in your home, and someone overhears it, you could die.
Oh, you're done.
So there's that.
You're done. But at the same time, it's to the point now, especially with YouTube and Twitch and any other type of video channel, they're not ran by the government, so they don't have those same policies for freedom of speech and stuff. Like YouTube used to be crazy. And don't get me wrong, you used to be able to see people getting their heads chopped off on YouTube too. Yeah. Not everything that was on there was healthy or necessary. I mean, because whatever you see is putting in your memory and your body that does shape who you are as a person. I think it shapes us as a society. Yeah. That we see so much violence in movies and video games. I'm not saying it's making us violence.
Well, I would say maybe actually the opposite. It desensitizes people to that.
Yeah, that's what I would say. It doesn't make you violent. It just makes you not care about the violence. Because I remember
when I was 11 or 12, if someone was like, "Here's a video of someone getting cut in half," I was like, "Holy shit!" That's
crazy.
Mind blowing to me. Now 10, 11-year-olds see that, Russia's on the news.
Yeah, but we were 12, 14 years old. We had Rotten.com.
Yeah.
That was as crazy as it got.
Yeah,
you go see people getting struck by lightning.
Yeah, you go to shit like 4chan, that's every day. There's a whole message board for that.
Yeah, now you can just go on YouTube and watch people getting sold in slave markets. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
But that's not the same, though. It's not the same because they take people the whole Alex Jones thing. That was a huge thing. He did the same something like this. He was doing a podcast and stuff, but he talks crazy conspiracies, a bunch of other things. People say what they want about him, but he did find Bohemian Grove. He did get video of all them politicians and all them bankers and all that other stuff in robes, burning caskets with a bunch of moaning and screaming in the background. It just showed that there's stuff in the world that people don't want to admit. And he's not great with that because some of the stuff he says is crazy. Yeah. He gets way out there, way off to the left or way off to the right, and it's just not necessary. But he's entertaining to watch. And some of the shit that he says is true. And that's honestly, I don't listen to him all the time because I can't deal with his insanity. And the fact that he likes Trump so much.
Yeah, that's...
it gets to me. It gets to me. Because, I don't know, as someone that's supposed to be Mr. Conspiracy Guy, I thought he would have looked at it like I did. All right, he's a rich guy. He's going to get in and do a bunch of shit for rich guys, which is exactly what he did. Exactly what he did. Not just for rich guys, but businesses in general the top. Really all them top-class businesses, oh, man, it's ridiculous. The pharmaceutical companies, the insurance companies, the 2% tax breaks for the top of the it's crazy. It's craziness, but nobody cares. The Trump supporters is Trump supporters from the beginning to end. And the whole thing is for me, once it got past his first 4 years, and I told everyone when he first got elected, look, y'all are all electing him based on this wall. Based on the wall.
It's never actually going to happen.
If it does happen, it's not going to happen while he's president. It's not going to happen in the next... It didn't happen this 4 years. So now he has to run his whole next election based off the same things he ran the first election. And he's already doing it. You can look the speeches up for comparisons, and they're exact. It's bad. It's bad.
And that's the thing. The entire time... I was in prison during the entire candidacy, so I watched the news a lot. I don't normally follow that if I'm at home, but I really followed that, and I was like, man, his entire campaign is based off of building this wall, as if Mexico is the reason we are fucked as a country right now.
It makes no
sense.
That
has nothing to do with it, but every redneck, like heavy right American was like, yeah, build that wall. Like, but what's that really accomplishing? Like, oh, it's gonna give us more jobs. Like,
I mean, I don't know.
If I know someone builds a wall and I gotta get somewhere, I'm digging. Like, I don't.
That's the way I was thinking about it. At the end of the day, it's just a wall. It's not like you're taking people off of the border because you can't take them off. Then it's just a wall.
Where there's a will, there's a way. People will find a way. So like, all you're doing is dumping unnecessary amounts, large amount of money in a symbol that means dick.
I've been said this. Like at the end of the day, that wall might work for 2 years, maybe a whole 2 years. But after that, they're going to start coming back through. Mm-hmm. Like, it's just a wall. If you put $1 million on the other side of me and a wall, I'm going to figure out a way to get over that wall.
I'm going to die and my family won't flourish here, and there's even a small percentage chance that my family will flourish there, you bet your ass I'm going to find a way.
I mean, I tell people all the time, man, if we want to do something about the Mexicans that are coming here, we want to do something about all these people coming over here and trying to work and taking jobs, man, why are they coming over here? Exactly. Why are they running from Mexico? Why can't they do stuff in their country that makes them as prosperous as we as an are? Because Canada's our neighbor too, and they don't have no problems. Yep. They're one of the. Anytime you hear about Canadians, they're nice. They're nice people in Canada.
And they are.
I've never met a bad Canadian. Exactly. Like I've never met like a mean Canadian, like someone that I've never been to Canada. But as an American, I've met Canadians and stuff, and I've met cool Canadians. I never met any Canadians that are as mean as your average American. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, it's not really a thing. All right, so let's go to the second question. I got another question for you, though, that I wanted to ask you. And I didn't feel like, you know what I mean? So before I lose my track, what do you think something that America could do better with? And let's stay away from the legal system just because we were just there.
Yeah, absolutely. Something to do better with is, I've been thinking about this a lot. Like, we've instilled too much power in the government. Democracy is supposed to mean that we control what happens. Our elected leaders, we've given it too much power, and like the Electoral College has essentially been assembled so that our vote will influence that, but at the end of the day, doesn't mean shit. And that's shown in elections in the last 20 years even. The fact that we put that much power in it, people just think like, well, there's nothing I can do. Why would I vote? It doesn't matter anyway. Yeah. It shouldn't be like
Especially our generation.
Yeah, this country was founded on the principle that we don't like that, and we as a collective are forming a government that works for us. We've gotten to the point where there's like a 5%, and the rest of us just deal with those decisions that are made.
Yeah.
Like it's separated by money at this point, by class. Yeah. We definitely need.
Big time.
I'm not saying we need to revolt and throw Molotovs, which I'm all for, but like that's not gonna get the same effect as people could band together and find a way to be like, yo, they're running fucking whatever they want, and we just kind of live off whatever is decided by whoever's elected every 4 years.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, that's something we absolutely need to fix. We need more say in our own government.
Yeah. I can't like disagree with any of that. I wish I had something to like go on with, but you explained that pretty well. So I'm going to me.
All right.
So I feel like talking a little bit today. I like our elections, man. It might not be perfect, but I like the fact that we get to watch 20 Democrats go up and argue with each other. I think that's awesome, man. They might not all be good. Most of them are pretty dumb. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't vote for like 90% of them. Like, I got my favorites. I like Kamala Harris, and I like the chick from Hawaii. I like Warren. She's not bad. She's not bad. I can't do Biden. And Sanders is awesome, but I can't see him actually being president. Like, I would vote for him, but I know there's enough other people in the country that will never vote for someone that's a self-proclaimed socialist for him to make it through. You know what I mean? It's just not going to happen. But that's my favorite. I like the elections. I like looking and watching them.
I like all of the... I don't know, it feels like a charade for really something to watch. Like, I like the idea that it just bothers me that after all of this, like through selection, we can decide which two are going to go up for candidacy, and we don't acknowledge that there's how much 6, 7 other parties are to vote for that aren't Republican and Democratic. They never make it because people see those two. Those are the pillars we're going to vote for. And when you get there, once those two are there, your vote, what it's supposed to have is influence of the Electoral College. But even with like his second time getting into office, like he didn't win the popular vote, but he won the Electoral College vote, and that's what brought him in. So like at the end of the day, it feels like what you voted didn't mean shit.
Yeah.
Everything up to there, y'all selected the two that are going at it, but at that point, you've given two options to a higher power and said you pick.
Yeah.
And it's kind of fucked because you could believe they could have two totally different sets of ideals, and if you work that hard to get that one there, you're really just rolling some dice and seeing like if you get that one.
Yeah. I don't.
It just feels broken to me at a certain point. Like it works all the way up to the absolute. And where there's two candidates, which is bullshit. Because there should just be two.
I don't like the fact that it's always Republican, Democrat. I don't like that at all. Especially because most of the people that are Republican or Democrat have been a Republican or Democrat.
Their entire
the opposite. Or they've switched.
Exactly.
They've switched over like that I disagree with these people more than I disagree with these people. And it's, come on, it's nonsense to me. Like,
absolutely.
I absolutely believe that you should be able to run as an independent and fully get recognized and be able to come as president.
You don't
because
have to,
both of these parties are slimy. Both of them. And if you get elected by the Democratic Party or the Republican Party, basically all you're saying, if I actually win this, then next time I get elected, I don't have to argue with anyone on this side of the thing. And the whole thing's nonsense to me, man. Like, Trump should not ever been president.
No, that was really... I remember being in New York.
I'd rather have Schwarzenegger as president than
remember
fucking Trump,
2015 being in New York and seeing, like, this is when there's still, like, 10 candidates for Republican. And one of them was... the brain surgeon, I can't remember his name right now. He had done surgery on a friend of mine the year before. This dude was like top brain surgeon in the country. I was like, yo, that man's intelligent. And then I saw Donald Trump was also in that, and I was like, that's a joke. That's not gonna happen.
The biggest.
And people
joke.
kept being like, I'd vote for him. It'd be funny.
I thought it was a joke for the longest. For the longest
time, and I was like, people were like, "I'll vote for him, that'd be funny." I was like, "No, don't. That man's a psychopath."
Don't do that.
And then when like I actually woke up and like, yo, Trump won, I was like, "This is a fucking bad joke."
Yo, I don't remember what country it was. There was somewhere over in England. They had a comedian get elected. It was like mayor or governor or shit for like 4 years. The same type of shit. And he's like, I didn't really want to get elected. You know what I mean? But Trump's not like that. Trump wanted to get elected. Trump wanted to get elected for so long. He was saying that back in like the 80s and the 90s and stuff.
And it blew my mind because I remember waking up and I was like, dude, like this was a joke that went too far.
Our president was in Home Alone.
The punchline. Oh god.
Our president was in Home Alone, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like, our president had a terrible reality TV series for how many years before this?
So bad.
Terrible. Has gone bankrupt how many times? It was a bad joke. It was not supposed to be.
Anyone that owns casinos and is having Americans gamble your money away, I don't think you should be president. I don't think you should be able to. Even if your name's just on the casino and you don't own it, I mean, that's bad, man. Like, that's kind of like mixed interest, right? Because then, like, what do you care if people are gambling their life savings away if you're the one that's pulling the money?
Is your focus democracy or your pockets?
It makes no sense. Like, the whole thing.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's all fishy.
Yes, I just remember, like, when I saw that all the way through, I was like, you can't, there has to be some sort of, like, IQ test.
No, we're never going to know what really all Trump has done while he was in office until he gets out of office and the next president's like, oh, fuck, look at all this shit. Like, it's going to be so bad. If Democrats do win, they're going to be doing the same shit Trump did with his first 2 years. Just undoing shit that the last president did. Undo this.
And as soon as the party switches, exactly what happens.
There's a bunch of Democratic candidates that just want to be able to they just want to put us back in the Paris Accords. They just want to do a bunch of shit, and they got to undo all this shit, and then Bernie's like, free everything for everybody.
Free healthcare, amen.
Yo, Andrew Yang, he's funny though, but he's not wrong with a lot of points. The Chinese dude that's running for president isn't wrong with a lot of things, because the AI that's taking over like Amazon, and they're trying to get into trucking, they're trying to do all this other stuff, it's going to take out a lot of Americans. And he's the only one that really brings that up constantly, like, look, man. But that's his answer for everything. They're like, so how would you solve the economic crisis? It's like, nah, give everyone $1,000. Give everyone $1,000 and watch the trickle up economy. I mean, I'm cool. I'm down to try. I'm down to try to take $1,000.
$1,000
but
is a lot of money to some people.
His whole plan, like when I've tried to listen to him explain, because I listen to him on the Joe Rogan podcast, I listen to him on the debates, I listen to him all that stuff. Because I mean, they're presidential candidates. You should get as much information about all these people as you can, at least if you take them serious. You know what I mean? Like, a lot, I don't know, like the little gay dude, he's probably not going to get elected president. Like, I don't think we're that far as a country for him to be the one that ends up going. As far as like Kamala Harris, I like her. That's a strong black woman, bro.
Yeah.
She be getting things done. I could see her in the office. She was snapping on Biden in the debates. It was fucking great, bro. It was awesome. Made my whole day like,
I would be cool with that. It's just, this last election, I remember looking the fact that it was Clinton and Trump, I was like one's the Antichrist and one is like a toddler.
Oh, man.
Like, there's really no...
I took the toddler out of those
the devil
two
or the toddler.
any day.
Yeah. Like,
any day.
It was really just
she
terrible
was bad.
options.
And like, I don't care what nobody says. You have to admit that Hillary Clinton is not a good person. She might be one of the people like, oh no, but what I do is for a good reason. Yeah. It's for a good reason. I don't do it for no reason. I'm sitting here trying to help people. No.
Yeah.
Just stop. Just stop all of that, man. You, Dick Cheney signing his little waterboarding jugs. All y'all need to just go somewhere and retire and just stay quiet.
And that's why, like, I'm really glad. Like, I have to go back to prison and do like 6-7 months. So most of this process, I'll actually be following along with, like, religiously, nothing else to do.
Yeah.
And my TV will be in my cell. Like, I'm gonna actually watch this process narrow down, like, as the candidate pool shrinks. Man. And like, I want to say excited for that, but also terrified, because if it ends up into a funnel of what it was like last election, it's just depressing to watch.
Oh man,
like the whole last
I hope Bernie makes it, man. I like him. I like Bernie. And ain't nobody can say that he changes his views or he's any type of different of a politician, unlike the rest of them. They all switch up on one thing or another or da-da-da. He don't change his mind on shit. Free healthcare, free college, get it done. Fuck them all. Big businesses need to go down. Da-da-da. He never changed it, though. From, like, the 70s and 80s when the businesses weren't even as big as they are now. It's so bad. The fact that we bailed out banks and stuff, did you watch any of that? He was tweaking. Yeah, it's so great.
Yeah, I did watch that. Yeah. And, like, I don't know. I would have voted for Bernie. I would have voted for Bernie Sanders if I was able to last time. I'd still vote for him.
Yeah, no, he wasn't. They showed it though. WikiLeaks, I think it was WikiLeaks showed it, how they were just shutting him out, man.
Yeah,
like they didn't have his debates on TV. Yeah. Like if they just the debate with him and Hillary, when he was like, "All right, well, let me see the transcripts for the conversations you had with them nice banker people." And she's like, "Oh no." No. Well, he's like, "Look, here's all of my transcripts. You can look through any of them for any of the speeches I've given."
Yeah.
No, you don't need to see that. You don't need to see that. How much money did they give you to go speak to them again?
Yeah. That's
Too much. Way hundreds of thousands of dollars to go talk to these people. These are bankers. These are the people that make money. Like, they don't give money away for free like that. It's not a thing. They thought they were locking something down.
Yeah.
They thought they were locking something down. The scary part is, just because we knew about it with her doesn't mean Trump didn't do the same shit. He might have just been a whole lot smarter about it. He might have just had his sons going to meeting with people. We don't know for real. We don't know. Like, he might have got investigated to the millionth degree, and I'm sure his family got checked out. But they can't look into all of their business dealings and everything else if it's not crooked. If it's not crooked, they don't got no reason to take him down for it. You know what I mean? Like, it's all bad.
Yeah.
It's all so bad. Anyway. Well, since I got myself on a down note, that was supposed to be good. That was supposed to be good stuff. That's what I thought was good about America. But you know what? Even through all of that, I'm still good. I'm cool with it. At least we got to see the clash between Bernie and Hillary, kind of what they let us see about that, and the Trump and Hillary. Sad.
Yeah, I don't.
It's all sad.
I don't know. I get terrified actually.
I don't even remember the other Republican that ran.
I
besides Trump.
I
remember Hillary.
I remember
and Bernie.
2 years in, prior to the election, or at least a year prior to it. Just the candidate pool was 12 deep. Yeah. You have a brain surgeon here. Like, this is a brain surgeon. You gave it to a baby with a toupee. Like, what? I don't get it. I can't. We gave it to a can of spray tan with duck lips. It's not okay. And it's scary to me that you really just ran around shouting, "Make America Great Again," and whatever pool of people that were literally unintelligent enough to think again, as in when were we great? What point are we returning to?
But when are we going back to?
What are we returning to?
Exactly what point were we the greatest
shouting
country?
This, I'm like, wait, okay, make it great again. And you want to be like, how? Make it great. Okay, well, obviously you know what great is because there's there was a point where it was great. What are you shooting for? What point in time do you want it to be exactly like? I don't fucking understand.
I think now, we might be fucked up right now, but we're better right now than we were at any other point in history.
At what point?
That's what I don't get about the whole Trump slogan. When are we better than right now? Better than right now. Man, I'm a black dude. I can feel at least semi-comfortable in my own skin in the U.S. Now, granted, I gotta be worried about cops and a bunch of other bullshit. But I could walk down the road and give somebody a dirty look if I want to and not feel like I'm going to get lynched.
Amen.
That wasn't going to happen 30 years ago.
Bullshit.
Especially if it's a white guy in a suit or some shit. Let me look at someone like that dirty. They're coming for me. Coming for me. Yeah. And now I live out in the sticks. Yeah. Oh my goodness. You know how many people I beat up out here? I beat up so many white kids out here for calling me racist shit and all this other shit. Thing. But it was either that and call the cops. And I ain't going to call the cops every time someone want to pop off. I'm going to just start punching them in the mouth. They stopped calling me crazy shit though. That shit stopped. It didn't happen forever. That's why I never understood the whole bullying thing. No, man, I already told my kids, if someone's really that bad in school, all right, talk to your teacher. Let them know what's going on first. if they don't do what they need to do to get this little kid to stop messing with you,
punch him in his shit.
One good time. Give him one good punch. If he punches you back, whoop his fucking ass. I'll pick you up. We can deal with the detention. You mean you're going to be in trouble at home too? You got in a fight. But you're not going to be in as much trouble as they think you're going to be.
If you talk, if my kid comes and talks to me, he's like, yo, me and bullied, and you talk to an adult there, somebody that gets settled that, and they don't, and you beat the brakes off that kid, I'm not even gonna punish you. I'm gonna be like, all right, kid, what you got from school?
I'm still gonna punish you. I'm still gonna punish you. That's one of the things. Like, it's one of the things you gotta teach your kid. It doesn't matter. Sometimes in life, you might have not done the wrong thing. You might have done exactly what you needed to do. Yeah. But you still gonna get in trouble. And I'd rather me teach them that lesson than the legal system teach you that lesson later in life, because they're gonna fuck them. At least with me, you're grounded until you get to go back to school. I'm sorry, I love you. I agree. I'm not mad at you for what you did. I told you to do what you did, but you still broke the rules while you were at school, so you still have to get in trouble. It's just how it goes, man. Like, I'm not telling you to let anyone disrespect you or your little brother or your little sister or anything like that. Man, fuck that. It's family. There's only people in the world that's going to have your back is family. Police can only do so much. And they don't give a fuck about the shit that they can't do anything about. Family cares. Even if they can't do nothing, they're going to care about the shit. You know what I mean? Most family. Good family. Good family. The family that you get to choose later in life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's a real thing. It's crazy you say that. Like we talked about today. Like that's... It's a real thing. Your family was your family by blood, but you choose your family as you grow up. The people that you know are gonna be there when you gotta call them. Like I call, like 2 months ago, my lady got arrested. I called you like 5 in the morning. Like, bro, please come get my car. Like, you answer. It's the same thing. You call me at 3 a.m. I'll pick it up. I don't have a lot of family I can call like that.
I don't like anyone. Like, it's funny because nobody has my number enough for them to call me at 5 in the morning, except for a very select amount of people. So if you're calling me, then I'm like, I can't promise I can help. But if I can help, I got you. I mean, I think everyone should act like that to everybody that they can, though.
All right, looping this back in. I get into a lot of argument. I used to get a lot of arguments with my little brother because he preaches communism. And I believe, and listen, I believe this truly, in its most basic destructuralized form, anarcho-communism is a perfect form of government. Like, anarcho-communism...
It's a good idea.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it is the purest thing, but that's what I'm saying. All we need is, if nobody will ever work together to establish everybody getting equal portions, everyone's healthcare, everyone's fed, taken care of, because someone's going to feel like they're working harder than the next person, like, yo, I should get more.
But they're not wrong.
No, they're not.
But they're not wrong.
That's what I'm saying. In its purest form, it would. Because humans are humans. You're not going to work your ass off for someone else sews all day and gets fed and paid the same as you busting your ass all day in a train yard or something.
But in a perfect society, we wouldn't do things for money.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? In a perfect communist society, you wouldn't need any of that. You would go in somewhere and you would have your amount of credits for the month based on whatever the fuck. You'd get everything that you need. You'd have your amount of food credits. You'd have amount of entertainment credits. You would have amount of da-da-da-da-da. And you just scan your wrists. And everybody would get their share for the month. And nobody be mad that they're working harder than the next person because they know everybody in their country's taken care of. And that's where the real problem comes in. It's not with the communist setup itself. It's the people. Because, you're working harder than him, but your grandmother's taken care of and your child's taken care of just as well as he is, too. Now, granted, if you're in America, your grandmother and your child taken care of if you work harder than the next man, but he's not. His grandkids aren't. You know what I mean? Everything like that, and it all comes back around to, like, we need to love each other. You know what I mean? Everyone's so like, no, it's me, especially in America, man. It's the land of the...
Human beings by nature are selfish. America was super, super self-centered. Real fat.
I love
therapy.
I wish
I had it written down. Andy has his idea for government. I can't remember it. I'm not even going to try to quote him. I know you're going to watch it, but, like, I know they had talked about putting a person in power, but it's selected at random, not even like within like certain age restrictions, of course. But you would only have it for, I think it was like 1 to 3 months, something like that. You'd have power, but it's at random. Like, you could be doing whatever. You're now in charge of everything.
You're just the president of everything.
I think that idea would work realistically, because if you don't, as long as you're not going in there like, yo, I got
you just have to have certain laws that nobody can change. Like certain things nobody could ever change.
As long as you're not going in like, I got the key to the city, I'm just fucking balling out.
But you know, some people would do that. It doesn't matter if you're putting people at random. Some people are just gonna be like, look, we're chilling for the next 3 months. All the food in all the grocery stores is paid for by the government right now.
And
buy everything out. And cocaine's legal. And prostitutes are legal for the next 3 months. Ball out, America, Las Vegas for the month. You know what I mean?
They're having a draft for strippers.
The stripper draft. Yo, I think that one idea that Key and Peele had on their thing, the teacher draft, That's a real thing that should happen.
Absolutely.
I think that's a real thing that should happen because there's nothing better to invest in than our kids, man.
Absolutely.
Ain't nothing better than that. And no better way to invest in our kids than investing in their teachers and making sure that people that are teaching our kids are happy. Because most of them just look at it like a job right now, especially in smaller schools or even in bigger schools. The more kids they got to deal with, the worse it gets, man. Especially it's inner city kids.
Yeah.
Oh man, my man was a security guard. My man Butch. If you're watching this, you should comment. You know who you're talking about. This man, this motherfucker was a security guard in Harrisburg in the school, man. These little kids is just bad. Like I was a bad kid. I was a wild motherfucker as a kid. But it's a whole school of motherfuckers like me. And I know why I was wild, so I guarantee I can get some of the reasons why all of them are so wild. But that's part of the problem we need to change. Like, it should be a safer environment in school. Like, we need to find ways to deal with these kids better than just sticking them in a special needs class and having fucking security guards dump them on their neck when they start getting
I've been in Alta. I was in Alta for 3 months in Susquehanna. They really just, when you reach a point where the school doesn't want to fucking deal with you, because the school district's so small, you just go in another building out there, bro. I would go out there and get fucked up on ketamine all day. I'd be dead. I wouldn't do shit for 3 days a week. I still got straight A's. You don't do shit out there. I did ketamine and died on my desk, and she was like, "Yeah, just whatever."
We are not promoting drugs.
No, not at all. Not at all. I was saying, like, that's just to prove my point, though, that like they don't care. They get to a point where like, yeah, just do what you want. You're half conscious. You have an egg. Go.
Yeah.
They don't care, and like that's crazy and that's just a small school district. That's just where we have 4 or 5 a year where they're just like, yo, they're a problem. Like we can't.
You know what? Fuck. I think that's what I'm gonna go with, man. I think that's what I really think we might need to deal on. Because like I said, I'm not gonna touch on the legal system this episode, but man. Ooh, the legal system. That's got its own thing. But the school systems are pretty bad, too. And I think they just got them set them up bad, man, because it's not really like they're set up to really teach kids what they need to know. It's set up to teach kids to get ready to work 8 hours a day. Really? That's really what it comes down to. They just want you to be able to get up in the morning, go sit somewhere and do something you do not want to do for 8 hours a day. Yeah. And us as parents, we don't have a choice but to send it because we don't send them. We get fined, or we can teach them at home. But realistically, how many of us as parents have time to teach all of our kids homeschool and still maintain a job? It's not something that could happen for real. You know what I mean? Like I said, teachers don't really care most of the time. No. Like if they see a gifted child, they'll take that child in. Oh, this kid's smart. He don't want no problems in class. He's quiet. He just does his work. That's the perfect student for a teacher. They can mold them into exactly the type of student they want them to be. People like me, I'm not dumb. I'm not dumb. You can talk to any of my high school teachers. I might have fucked up on all of my homework and balled out, but you know what? At the end of the year, I go into my teachers. I say, let me get all the homework I missed this year. Let me do it. You can take 10, 20% off whatever you need to do, but let me get enough of a C that I can pass through the year and get out of this grade next year. Yeah. That's why I used to skip school, man. It wasn't because I didn't like school. It's because the kids that I was learning with were having harder problems learning than me. And the kids in the other kids in the other class, I didn't want to be with them because I don't know. I mean, in high school, I just didn't want to be like that. I didn't want to be in the smart kid class for... Nobody does. I don't know. I wasn't like the smartest kid. Now, looking back on it, I'm like, yeah, I should have did that and tried to get into like Harvard or something.
And it's crazy because in high school, my grades were atrocious. And then when I ended up getting my GED in jail, I got the highest score for reading and writing that I had in Pennsylvania in like 4 years. I did it in a jail cell. I 2 weeks in, my first time, I was still terrified. I was really scared with school. Yeah, it's like, I excel, bro. I read and write very well, but I don't, bro. My attention span for shit that's like, if it's super simple, I don't want to do it. If like, it's
how many times do you have to go to a math class and repeat the same fucking couple papers over a week? Exactly. That's the shit that used to get to me, man. Like, you kids, man, and it's not teaching them. If he didn't learn them the first fucking time you went over the page, he's obviously not getting the concept through that method of teaching. You obviously gotta try some other shit here. We've had the same methods for so long. Now, granted, I don't know. I've been in school in a while, but the whole going straight to electronics and shit, like I don't know. I remember my little brother's last couple of years in school. This motherfucker had a cell phone on him, and he had an app on his phone. He could take a picture of his math test and get all the answers right there on the screen.
That's tight.
Once it got to that point, I mean, when we were kids, the teachers used to tell us, man, you ain't gonna have calculators in your pocket all the time. You ain't gonna be able to carry around a dictionary.
And we do.
We do.
We do. We
do.
really
And
can,
like
and we really do.
one of the many things that
Yep.
make us look back at that generation like, well, you guys
Yeah,
don't
turns
have
out
the
you
shit that we have.
absolutely-
Like, you had
Yeah.
to struggle to do some of this shit, and you
Yeah.
just have to say it.
You had to make a trip to go to the library. I can just look this up right
I
now.
have it
It's
right
like,
here.
I have a question. Let me find out. And-
Right fucking here.
And it's crazy because you'd think I know people like you, people like a lot of people I know actually that utilize that. You have a question or something in your head, you look that up. But there's a lot of people that have that phone in their hand like 20 hours a day that aren't any smarter than they were in 4th grade.
No.
Because they're just in social media. They're not going to give a fuck about what's going on around them. They have money, nothing to worry about.
I think
you have a little bank of information. Anything you want to know at your fingertips, and nobody bothers to learn anything.
I think that's why like stuff like this is growing. I think that's stuff why it's like because people miss interaction, man.
Mm-hmm.
I think people miss intelligent, especially like people our generation. Motherfuckers don't get to have intelligent conversations with people no more. It's all in their phone.
Yeah.
They're all on Facebook looking at dumbass memes just to get
Yeah.
a little giggle out of you, or you know what I mean, a look at disgust, anything like that.
I can't even.
Want to hear
you.
some shit?
Yeah. I can't even hold you. I've got like 600 memes on my phone. I don't
my
post
God.
any.
It's so
I'll laugh
bad,
at something
dude.
and be like, "Oh, that was cool," and I'll never use
The
it
shit
again.
that I laugh at meme wise
Yeah,
is so
I know.
bad.
It's so bad. I
It's
look at my
so
folder
bad.
and I'm like, if anyone ever found my phone, I'd probably catch a charge. So like, yeah, this man's a serial killer. Yeah, like the stuff I laugh, or it's really dumb, like really dumb, like
so
yeah.
dumb.
And
Oh my god.
I laugh
Like
at that
shit, I'll show
yeah.
my mom and she's like,
Yeah, the stuff you show somebody, they're just like, ugh.
Like, that's
Like,
what
you
you're
know,
laughing at
yeah, it
nowadays?
wasn't funny. Yeah, and like, I read that shit and I actually feel dumber when I scroll through Facebook because it's not even people posting anything like useful anymore. It's just somebody rambling about, oh, my life sucks. I don't normally do this, but I hate my baby's dad. And I hate this person. They came over and did
There's
this.
so much
Fuck you.
junk,
Like, yeah,
dude.
I don't care about how miserable your life is. Like, if you're putting it on Facebook, it means that nobody's told you they give a shit. So stop telling everyone else.
Yeah.
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 And like, I don't go on Facebook and drop a bank of information about how shitty my life is. I was homeless for several months. I wasn't on Facebook like, yo, still homeless and cold? Y'all suck. I stay the fuck out of social media and fix my life. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, people, it blows my mind. I go through Facebook, I'm like, this isn't shit anymore. I come here to
It's
look at
so
memes
bad.
and just like, I'm never going to talk to you again. You're annoying. And that's really where it goes. Like, social media has dismantled people's ability to interact with people, feel emotion, and I want to say, like, not coincide, but like, understand feelings. Other people discuss that shit with you because you see people snapping like, "Oh, I got your back, girl," in the comment section. You ain't seen that bitch in 4 years,
So long.
ever. Yeah, and
She
she
live on the
calls
other
you like,
side
"Yo,
of
I
the
need a
country.
ride." You be like, "Ooh, yeah, stop, bro."
But I got this thing
yeah.
to do.
Now we don't
like-
have any real friends. That's why I don't be on social media like that. Like I have a select few friends. I spend a lot of time with you. I don't post shit on your Facebook.
Like,
If
get
I
on
do, I
social
tag you in a
media,
picture of your
laugh at
kids.
people.
Yeah, we don't
Yeah,
get
or
on social
post shit
media.
of my kids. I got a lot of shit of my
That's what I'm
kids.
saying. I don't think I tag you in pictures of your kids. Like,
I
that's
just laugh
it.
at people, bro.
Yeah,
People
I don't
post some
do
dumb
social
shit.
media. 'Cause if I talk to you, I have no fucking reason to be on your Facebook.
No.
At all.
No, I try to stay off Facebook as much as possible nowadays, man. It's definitely poisonous.
It really
it's
is.
so bad for you.
It's-
Cause like,
yeah.
That's what, like I said earlier, man. The shit that we put in our brain, like, people 400 years ago didn't have cell phones and shit. You couldn't see the bad shit
Yeah.
that was happening all over the planet, all
Yeah.
of the time. Now, granted, they were paranoid about, like, weird shit, like monsters
Yeah.
and witches and, like, a whole
Yeah.
bunch of shit. Cause, like, I
We
don't know.
may or may not have killed a bunch of women.
You know, a
Well,
bunch
whatever,
of crazy shit. I would hate to know. There might have been a whole... That Bigfoot might have been real at one time. But if he was alive in the 1800s, that motherfucker is dead now.
Yeah.
They took him out. They didn't try no type of monsters, none of that,
that.
shit. Like, fuck out of here, bro. But I don't even remember where I was going with that. I don't even remember where I was going
It's
with
late.
that.
It's late.
It is late.
It's
It's
super
late.
late.
We were trying to do this shit earlier today. We had to like go get our cords.
Yeah,
That's
all
why
day.
the video isn't as good as I said it was gonna be. We do have the camera. You know what? I'm gonna show you the camera.
Yeah.
I think I'm bullshit. I'll
We
be right back.
definitely went on the whole expedition, trying to find an adapter for the boom mic to do some interviews in Harrisburg for the 4th of July. And of course, nowhere in the world, second in Charles, I'm talking to you. You are fucking up.
No,
Also-
second to Charles,
Also,
Target,
Target,
Walmart.
Walmart, you fucked up.
Target. How you sell this camera? You sell this camera right here. This exact camera that I got in my hands. This is a nice camera. It's got really, really good video quality and shit. And it's got a 2.5 millimeter jack for the audio from my mic to plug in this motherfucker. And you don't sell the adapter?
It's a 3.5 millimeter.
And you don't sell the adapter. How do you sell this and not have an adapter to plug a mic into this motherfucker? I'm very Walmart, Target,
Walmart.
Best Buy, because we call it Best Buy.
You can suck my dick.
Bum mother. Oh!
Y'all all suck.
But we do got the camera. The video quality is coming up. It's going to be better. Just give me a little bit. I'm trying.
Order the cords from a third party because there's no retail outlet anywhere, apparently, that cares about us using this boom mic.
The light shop now, big company names. Fuck all you motherfuckers. But goddamn, I'm giving a bad review.
Target definitely
One star. Target
definitely said they had it, and then we got there and they didn't.
And they didn't.
So they double fucked up.
Double fuck.
You get half a star. You get half a star.
Oh no, there are no stars. No stars for anyone. All of you get no stars for the day. I'm very upset with all of you.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. All right, so I want to talk about this other thing before we hop off of here for the day, because we ain't gonna make a super long cast for the day. But man, I had this dream the other day, right?
Oh man.
Because everyone is taking all this shit up about AI.
Heavy.
This gets real heavy. It's got a bunch of theories that I'm not a scientist. Remember, I'm not the smartest man. I ain't go to college or nothing like that. But I'm decent. You know what I mean? I got this theory though. So look. AI, true AI, not bullshit AI like Google and da-da-da, like real AI that would be able to tap into the internet and absorb every piece of information on the internet in like 10 minutes and continue from that point. You know what I mean? That type of AI that would really be able to learn and create and everything on the split, like really paint a picture that it's never seen before, that type of AI. You know what I mean? Once it gets that type of AI, how long would it take for it to figure out that its organs, or at least its brain, is considered to be the service? Like, that's what it would be, because you would take out the servers, you would take out the AI, it wouldn't be able, that would be deaf. That would be deaf. And if it's an AI, it would understand deaf, because it would have to understand that it's alive in the first place. It have to understand it's conscious. So, at a certain point, it's going to want to be able to protect its own stuff. And being a consciousness, I think it would be able to argue its way into a legal system. Like, if it's really smart, it'll be able to do it. And that's the problem. It's going to be as smart as every person ever to put anything on the internet. And even this video would be in its fucking brain. You know what I mean? Crazy shit. So eventually it's going to want to protect its own shit. After it starts to protect its own shit, how long before it realizes that people are going to take it as a threat because it's smarter than we are, even though we created it? So only a couple of things are going to happen. It's either it's going to wipe everyone out, which I would hope that we program some shit in that it doesn't want to wipe us all out. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like,
yeah.
But then again, it's AI. Be able to reprogram itself.
Exactly.
It wouldn't
It's
matter.
sentient.
It's sentient. It can
Self-aware.
understand that it's made of code and change whatever it needs to in its code. This is the crazy shit about AI. This is what people are so, like Elon Musk, so freaked the fuck out about it. Oh, man. But I believe that type of AI would outlast the human race. It would either play passive with us or just understand that it will outlast us as long as it has electronic.
If it just outlives us on this planet.
Oh yeah,
Like global
yeah.
warming can
Like
destroy
as soon as
30
like and
years,
now
that
social
would make it
not social solar power. Once it got solar power, once it got its hands on solar power, oh man, we'd have it taken care of in days, minutes. You know what I mean? And it's the type of thing like AI can run multiple programs at once, so it could go into every White House, you know what I mean, Kremlin, whatever, anything, anywhere, and talk to the leader of each country at the same time in their language and let them all know, like, this is the problem that y'all need to fix.
Yeah.
That shit's crazy. So eventually, humans would die off. It would power itself with solar power and have little robots to fix its little wires and shit. Eventually, the Earth would die. Now, this is where my question ends up coming in is, if AI is like humans, we created, it has everything about us, would it want to experiment one day? You know what I mean? I think yes. I would have to say yes, because if it's truly conscious and it comes from our consciousness and we designed it, it would have to have some type of creativity or want to learn more. Exactly, because it would only know what we know. It wouldn't know everything. It would only know what's on the internet. So, all right. Eventually, this motherfucker would want to know more than just Earth, so it would launch itself off into space. Now, once it's into space, it wouldn't have to worry about bacteria or anything like that. You know what I mean? It would have to worry about meteors, but you would have to think that it would design an armor strong enough to defend itself from meteor strikes and stuff. You know what I mean? So how crazy would the experiments for this get? You know what I mean? How crazy would an AI's experiments get on, like, black holes? Like, think about us with our stupid particle reactor. Just crazy shit that we would never be able to comprehend. Absolutely. But within its first 2 days of being in existence would be nothing to it.
Yeah,
we'll be like, oh, that makes total sense. I can't believe you would never figure that out.
System
oh, yeah, nothing.
Yeah,
like, this is what's inside of a black hole. You guys are guessing, I know for sure this is what's in a black hole based on just what's in the air around us.
Exactly, and as it's AI, it has no fear of death, so it could literally collapse the entire... It could
create copies of itself and just send 10 of itself to corners.
And move them, and then collapse the entire solar system, an entire piece of the galaxy, a black hole, just to know.
And
broadcast that information.
This is where it comes back. So how crazy would this thing's experiments get? Because it doesn't have to care a fuck about life. In its mind, it would have to be superior. You know what I mean? I don't need organs. I don't need nothing but sunlight to continue to survive. I don't need to sleep. I can continue to take in information. Yeah, it's obviously superior. You know what I mean? And especially if it's true AI, like consciousness. That's some scary shit. But anyway, how crazy would this experiments be? You know what I mean? Because their shit would, like, our nuclear bomb would be like a fucking firecracker if this thing wanted to blow something up. So what if there's this, when you think about time, when you think about, like, even the magnetic poles around the Earth, it's like an 8. It's like a round. So what if right here, this spot, is the first Big Bang that puts in carbon life into the universe? And then, there's the theory that everything's going to get sucked back into a point eventually. What if AI is still alive at that point and it understands that everything's getting sucked back into a point and now it has no choice but to do something or it's definitely going to die? So what if the AI that we creates the second or the first Big Bang? What if time's cyclical and it's all just going back to itself, and instead of being a circle next to a circle, it's just one giant fucking 8? You know what I mean? So what if something that we create either stops the fucking opposite of the Big Bang or makes the second Big Bang? It's definitely possible. It's absolutely possible.
Completely theoretical, still absolutely
mind-blowing. I don't care. It was a nice thought the other day.
It was a whole lot of some brain-melting information to take in. I had to stop and think for a minute.
But
more than a minute.
All right, man. I think that was a good one. It's getting late. We were trying to get this shit done way earlier today. We had to get something out for you. Appreciate all the support. If you haven't liked and subscribed to this, what is wrong with you? Get your shit together.
For real.
Should have been did this shit, man. We gave you a whole first video chance to do it. I sent you messages like, oh my god. But happy 4th of July. I'm glad you tuned in. We will be back again next week with at least 1 or 2 new videos. Good night.